Southern California's first storm of 2025 has provided much needed rain, of course, following that stretch of dangerous fire weather conditions. CBS 8 declaring this a weather impact alert day. Time now is 11 o'clock. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Irampour, and you've noticed it out there, right? A huge change. We have team coverage for you this morning. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at CHP headquarters, covering a series of crashes as a result of this morning's rain.
But first, let's check in with meteorologist Alex Cheney with a look at your forecast here. How's it looking out there, Alex?
Hey there, I've been watching the satellite and radar all morning, and it's even lighting up right now. So let's take a look at this. We do have a cell right now that's rolling its way through the San Diego area on the way to Poway. You can see it just there on your screen. The area that's yellow is more intense rainfall. So if you live in Poway, if you live in Mira Mesa, you're certainly seeing some pretty intense rainfall right now. I'll have more on what the rest of the day has in store coming up here. In terms of the rainfall totals over the last 24 hours, if you live in North County, you've seen the most of the rain, about an inch in Oceanside, close to that in Carlsbad as well. Prior to this weather event, maybe only about 1/10 of an inch of rain. So this is significant rainfall and is great because we really needed it. Still to come, 7-day forecast and a warm-up is on the way. And now let's go over to Chris.
Look, it's no secret that we've been dry up until this past weekend and now today where we're seeing this rain. So what usually happens, of course, when you've got those dry roads and then you introduce some rain is you're going to get some slick conditions because of the oil that's been building up time after time. And so it's, again, not a surprise that we saw a number of different crashes this morning, even in the very early morning hours. So let's roll through everything that we have seen so far and kind of get you up to date on some of the conditions on those roads. We'll start in Mission Valley, where an Amazon truck actually crashed and rolled over going northbound on the 15. According to reports, they lost control, hit that center divider, and then crossed over all lanes of traffic. The good news is that the driver was not injured, but this caused a ton of backup on the 15 at the time. Then, as we go east into El Cajon, we had yet another crash. This time, there was a woman that was driving on the 8 westbound by Mollison Avenue. Now, it's not confirmed what led up to the crash. We do know there were wet conditions at the time, but there was a collision, and the driver ended up crashing and landing into the nearby storm channel. She was taken by first responders and transported to the hospital with unknown injuries. And then a kind of a similar scenario in Chula Vista on the 5 North, happening a little bit later on in the morning. There was a crash with multiple vehicles involved. Someone ended up down the embankment, just one of those vehicles. Now, it's not known at this time if anyone was taken to the hospital, how bad any or if any injuries happened, how the crash happened in the first place. Still working with that. But the one thing that is clear here is that we do see the number of reported incidents on our roads increase and go up, especially around the first or second day that we begin to experience some rain after a prolonged stretch of dry conditions. So it's, again, no surprise today that what we're seeing on our roads, but there is something that you can do if you haven't already gone out in the car or the truck today. That's to make sure that you're just driving a little bit slower than maybe you normally would. Keep attention and your eyes on the road. Do not text and drive in any circumstance, but especially on days like today where your stopping distance is significantly shorter, smaller because of those conditions. Back to you.